Hi everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolo Roberto here for a live review, the mystery review, number 11 I think it is, yeah. So not done a mystery review for quite some time. Basically, it's where I sort of review lots of stuff that's in the stash in the backlog, essentially. Just random stuff pretty much, although there might be some things that I think might be more suitable to it or whatever. But anyway, yeah, generally, yeah, I've got lots of chocolates, as you might have known, in the reserve, ready for reviewing. And I can't get through all of it really. So the mystery reviews is a great way just to get through some of the more perhaps stuff that's been pending or more obscure stuff or stuff I just want to do, but I don't know, not got around to it yet. So yeah, so it won the vote. So yeah, thanks so much for people who voted. Those you don't know, by the way, you can vote for what I'm going to review most weekends. Don't know how. Well, basically, I think it's more. It appears more when you're perusing or browsing the channel on your mobile for some reason. That's what I've noticed anyway. So when you're sort of scrolling through the feed, you'll see sort of posts from various channels. Whereas if you look on the actual website itself, or yeah, even on my iPad version, actually, I don't know if it's just because it's old or something, I don't know, but I don't seem to see the sort of the posts that people make. It's only the videos and things like this. So it seems to be the mobile version seems to be the most easy way of finding these posts. But anyway, what I do is I post a poll to ask people what they'd like me to review. Give about 5 options or something, depends on the week, of course. Yeah, people vote. There we go. So this is what we voted for this week. Yeah, so plenty going on. Also, as you don't know, it's Easter coming up as well. For the past, I don't know, 6 or so, I don't know, live reviews, I've been opening a cream egg live to see if I've won the £10,000, well, it might not be 10,000, see if I've won something by getting a half white, half milk chocolate Cadbury cream egg. So, yeah, long story short is, there's different prizes, only about 168 or something in the country that have a prize, and only 6 of those are the £10,000 prize, or 8 of them maybe. And and it depends on where you bought them from as well somehow. I don't know how, but apparently yeah, only some stores have the £10,000 prize, and it tends to be the bigger supermarkets, as the Tesco, places like that. So you might have to look online or whatever. But I recommend getting them in Asda or Tesco, maybe Sainsbury's and maybe Morrison's. I think those 4 definitely have the £10,000 prize available. But that's what I've read online. It might be wrong, but anyway, look into it. Yeah, so what should we start with? So I've got a few biscuit reviews I'd like to do today, actually. I thought because they're going to be quite difficult ones to do, biscuit reviews. I've had a few in the backlog for some time, so I've got a few there. Also, I've got quite a lot, actually. Just got so many stuff, just, yeah, keep finding it. So I thought we could start with these new Crave Sticks. Yes. Chocolate hazelnut, yeah. So Crave, you probably know, but those in case you don't, it's a cereal in the UK. Really indulgent cereal, actually. The box tends to look a bit like this, really. It's that little sort of weird powdery pillows, I guess is the best description, with a bit of a chocolate centre, and they're very nice, actually, very indulgent. Yeah, really nice. And a lot of cereals do sort of accompanying cereal bars as well. They tend to be like a little breakfast bar, and this is Crave's version, basically. Yeah, no artificial colours or flavours. There we go. Yes, new of course. So look quite interesting. Melted chocolate in a crispy shell, a tasty treat. Yeah, there we go. So selfie sticks, band break, all sorts. Tell you when you can have them. So basically a little snack bar going on or whatever. And there's 5 bars in here. So quite an interesting one. There's lots of different craves, but there is a new one coming out, Cookies and Cream Crave, which I tried to get, and I stupidly didn't get it one week. I tend to do member reviews for cereals and things like this. Link in the description if you want to become a member, by the way. Get various perks and various this, that, and the other, access to exclusive reviews or special reviews, really. Things I don't normally do, ice creams and cereals. And basically, I went back the day after, or the 2 days later, and it'd all gone. So there we go. So typically, they weren't available there. There we go. You can see there. Mixed cereal bar containing hazelnut and chocolate flavoured filling. There we go. Chocolate hazelnut flavoured filling, 58%. Hazelnut 7.5%. Anything else of interest on there? Can't see anything. Got palm oil. There you go. Nutrition information. 400 grams, 480 calories, 19 grams of fat, 4.4 of which are saturates. So, yeah, chocolate bars and things tend to be 500 to 550 calories per 100 grams. So this is less than that, but of course it's not a chocolate bar. And per 20.5 gram bar, I assume, 98 calories, 3.9 grams of fat, 0.8 of which are saturates. It's for vegetarians, it seems. Just like a little look. And the Queen approves. By appointment of Her Majesty the Queen, Purveyor of Cereals, Kellogg Marketing and Sales Company, UK Limited. There we go. And there's 5 20.5 gram bars. 102.5 grams in total, apparently. Does seem to add up. Okay, yeah, great. Don't think there's much more to say. Let's give them a bit of a look. I'll move my camera down a bit so we can open them up. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Got a cup of tea there as well. That's for the biscuits. A cup of coffee. Just to move things away. The problem is I've got loads of rubbish everywhere. You know, just can't, for some reason, things just get in the way. There we go. See the calipers here ready to go. And what's happened is the camera's actually tilted slightly to the right. There we go. Okay, then I've got stuff a mouse over here as well. There we go. All right, there we go. Like, see, it's quite bright. So what I'll do is I'll just turn the brightness down a bit if I can find my mouse. There we go. Yeah. Tends to just sort of, I don't know, change a bit, but we'll. There we are. Okay, there we go. There we are. All right, there we go. Oh, and hi there, Joe. Good to see you. Yeah, great to see you, Joe. Good to see you. And a peaceful Saturday. Yes, not too bad, really. Not too bad. Definitely a bit of a rest. It's been a bit of a hectic week. Yeah, so I'm a bit behind, basically. Yeah, I forgot to mention. Normally I try to do a look back on Fridays and try to make it a premiere, but I've just not had the time this week. It's just been a really hectic week with my day job. Just been doing ridiculous, like 10-hour days at least, most days. So it's been a difficult one. So I've struggled a bit. That's why there's been a couple, I think 2 less videos than normal this week. But it's just I've just not had the time, unfortunately. So yeah, so Saturday very nice, but yeah, I'm glad it's finally here. Hope you're doing okay, Joe. And good to see Alan as well. Great to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Oh dear, hope you're having a nice relaxing weekend. Yeah. So I've got a few reviews to do as well. So no rest for the wicked. I've still got about 6 reviews to do this weekend. Maybe 7 actually. So after this is not including these. So yeah. I've got to upload one for tomorrow for the members review as well. So yeah, definitely busy. Okay, so let's give this a bit of an open. But yeah, I hope you're both doing all right. Great to see you both. Just yeah, and it's nice and light outside as well. I think generally it tends to be over the weekend. I've noticed that you just tend to notice that the days in UK anyway just tend to sort of all of a sudden get a lot brighter and lighter. And it's normally, I'm sure last week it was darker around this time, or getting dark, but it looks lovely and bright outside, relatively. So yeah. Okay, let's give this an open. Now they have a little partition here, so they have like a tissue box style open. I don't know if you can see this. Let's give these a bit of an open. Yeah, have you got any nice snacks this week? Any nice snacks going on? I haven't really had too much. As I say, I tend to have the leftovers from the reviews generally. Now you can see here clearly there's one bar there. I mean, you know, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? And they've got 3 below and 2 above. Now they could have put 6 in here. I mean, you just there's literally not even hiding the fact they could have. There's literally 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top, and it must have been possible to fit another one in because they fit them on the bottom. And it's a rectangle, so or whatever the shape is, the box. I mean, look at that. You know, they could have just fit in an extra one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that really, because of course, you know, if they what were they meant to do really? Just to fit in 5? It would have been very difficult to make the box literally only fit 5 in. But I don't know. It's something not quite right about it, isn't it? One way or another, it doesn't feel quite right. Okay, so we got. Well, we'll put one back in. Okay, there we go. So quite a nice package on the inside. It's got this more of a yellow motif on the inside. Still more red, but the yellow seems a bit more, slightly more prominent than it was on the front. It is on the front, but I don't know. Quite like that actually. Okay, now massive flourishes as well. Though. I mean, look at this. It's almost Kinder Bueno type flourishes. These. Yeah, so one of those. Yes, Crave tastes nice. Yeah, Crave is a great cereal, isn't it? It's a lovely cereal, actually. Yeah. It's really nice, really nice. I think it's just really indulgent, really, isn't it? It's just a lovely cereal. Oh, I see. Oh, thanks so much. That's very nice of you. Thanks so much, Mark and Rick. Very nice. Really nice of you both. Don't know if both of you are there at the moment, but if you are, hello to you both. Great to see you both. And thanks so much for subscribing as well. I've had to put the subscribers only on just because we had lots of spam and things, and it just helps filter that out, basically. Bit of a pain to do that, but then I guess, you know, presumably people who are interested in the channel will be subscribing anyway. So there we go. So perhaps just as well. But yeah, good to see you, Mark and Rick. Great to see you both. Hope you're both doing okay. Nice picture there, by the way. Looks very, very nice. Very autumnal. Or spring. Yeah, so let's have a see then. So let's say massive flourishes here. We can't not measure this. So it's about 15. About 14.5 centimeters there. About something like that. We'll give them an opening. We'll just measure how much it is on that side there. So it was 14.5. So let's have a look. Okay, so it was 14.5. We'll measure with the ruler. Let's have a see. It's about 9.5 now, so it's lost about 5 centimetres, which is over 50% of the bars. It's a bit ridiculous, really. A bit ridiculous, but there we go. Oh, hi, Orange Chocolate. Yes, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. And thanks so much. Thanks so much. Honestly, thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say, so thank you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, so we lost 5% of this, 50% of this, which is ridiculous, isn't it? We'll give it a bit of a measure with the calipers. Yeah, 10.1. Is that millimetres? I think it is, yeah. And then, let's see. And then, let's have a look at the width. 2.2 centimetres there. And the height, that's 1.7. So you can see that basically that it's a bit like a stylised a Crave. It's a bit bigger. Basically, normally they look a bit like this, if not the same, but a lot smaller. But usually half the size and probably a bit flatter as well. So one of those. So yeah, they look pretty in keeping with Crave, I have to say, which isn't too bad. Yeah, good luck with it, Mark and Rick. Yeah, hopefully you'll yeah. You have to. It's just time is the problem, you know. But if you can make it as simple as possible, then that'll help a lot. So just keep it simple, I would say, for sure. You know, if you try and make it complicated, I mean, of course, you've got all the time in the world, then you can make it complicated. But unfortunately, time is very difficult. So yeah, I would definitely just say, just get on with it and do it. Yeah, don't worry about it too much, and then you can gradually improve things over time. You know, but you always find you're sort of going to do that kind of thing. You know, it's always one of those. But I would definitely say, you know, just keep at it and don't sort of worry about it. Just do what you can do, and that should be it, really. I think that should be, yeah, that's my advice, I would say, for sure. Yeah. So one of those. All right. Let's see. So what are we up to now? So yes, let's give it a bit of an open then. Let's have a look. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Should I cut it with a knife or should I? Yeah, I'll cut it with a knife. Why not? Cut it with a knife. So let's have a look. So very hard. Almost feels like it perhaps should be in a cereal. Now you can see here quite a cavernous centre there. Clearly not completely filled with chocolate, which is a bit. But the actual Craves themselves are a bit like that. Yeah, we do have that problem with the actual Craves as well. But nonetheless, I think you would say that's a bit disappointing. They are just literally hollow. We'll do the other one as well, just in case, but I think they will all be like that. Not as much on this side, but still you can clearly see there. Would make good straws, these. Could use them as a straw for your coffee. Okay, let's lift myself up, give these a taste. Alright, let's have a look. Alright. Okay. I'll just, let's have a look. Let's see, adjust the thing there, okay. Yes. Yeah, not filled with chocolate, but they look great. They do. I'm sure they'll taste nice as well, because even the regular cereals aren't filled that well actually either. But you know, they still taste really nice. Yeah. And you like the crunchiness. It's definitely crunch there, definitely crunch. Which of course, you know, if you did have them with milk, would definitely you know, help out a lot. So there we go. One of those. Okay, let's have a see this. We'll give it a bit of a taste. Tell you what I'll do. I might just bite the regular one. I think that's how you normally do it. So let's give it a go. Give it a taste. Very crunchy. It does taste very much like Crave as well. There's a slight hazelnut taste coming through, but I think it's definitely a thick outer layer here. It's definitely sort of, I would say, the main taste, let's put it that way. And I think when you normally have it with cereal, the milk kind of does sort of interact with that and soften it a bit, whereas obviously with this, it's not the case. So I'm not sure what to make of that, really. I feel like it's that's a bit too much of the sort of cereal taste, which might be all right, but again, I feel like it's designed more for milk. Let's give it a bit of use the straw. Let's use the straw method, see if we can do it. Wow, it works amazingly well. Literally just, yeah. It really works well as a straw for a coffee or a hot drink. And then, of course, it will have melted all the inside. Let's give that a taste now. Not bad. It didn't melt as much as I thought it would have done, but it did. I think it's okay. It's all right. I think it's not as quite as. I think the cereal basically is where it's at. I think with the addition of milk and things, I think it just works well. I think as a snack bar, it's a bit it's perhaps a bit too crunchy really, and a bit too like cereal but without milk, which of course it's a thing and people like that. But it's one of those. Yeah, they do say great. I had crisps, say rip-offs. Okay, you got extra crisps, but yeah, they never fill the bag. That's the problem. Yeah, they always, they probably get more than normal, but they never quite fill it as much, But one of those. Yeah, where did I get them? I think I got them in B&M. I think, yeah, B&M sell them. I think they sell them in other places, but B&M was where I got them. Yeah. The thanks, Marco. Thanks so much again for your comment. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah, but B&M is the place to go. Yeah, milk jelly, even a creamy peanut butter. Yeah. Should have known you said that, Joe. Should have known. Yeah. And melted chocolates. Yes. Yes. Real chocolate in there. Yeah, see. Well, very interesting this one. Very interesting. I think the thing with these, I think I'd definitely say, is they seem to be a bit more cereal-like. It's like eating cereal but without the milk. And a lot of the chocolate bars, snack bars that are based around cereals aren't really those. They're sort of cleverly made to kind of, not taste just like cereal, basically, that needs a bit of milk. And these literally just taste a bit like Crave, but without milk. And I'm not sure that's the idea. So not bad. I think the cereal's where it's at. I think even when I used them as a straw of my hot drink, it didn't melt as much as I thought it would do. Because they're not really filled that much. And there's a massive cavernous hole in the middle as well. So, again, it was a bit of a funny one. I'm not too convinced by them. I think they're nice, but I don't think they work particularly well as a bar in themselves. I think they're okay. But I really don't think there's much. I don't know. They're all right. I think it's better suited as a cereal, really. If it was a cereal, Crave are great, but I think as this sort of snack bar, there's not much chocolate in the middle, so you don't get much of a chocolate taste. You don't get much of a hazelnutty taste, but it is there. But you get too much of the outside crunch, and the outside is okay, but it's just very crunchy and and very cereal-like. There's not much taste to it, I just feel like they've not really changed this enough to cater for the fact that it's not a cereal, you're not going to have milk with it. But I do like it. I think, yeah. I think I might say 2.5 out of 5. It's nice, but it's not really an average taste. I think it's a slightly below average. I think there's better hazelnut tasty type chocolate bars out there. Things like this. There's better things out there, better cereal bars out there. Yeah. It's 2.5. It's definitely more 2 than the 3. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yes. So it's one of those, really. So let me see. Yeah. Let's have a think. Yes, okay. Right, so I'll tell you what. What I'll do now, I think I'll get into the biscuits. I've got a few biscuits, but I think I'll get into them, really. So let's have a see. I think we'll perhaps start maybe with... Let's do these Cadbury's Cookies ones. I think this is what I want to get on with here. So, yeah, just it is Cadbury's Cookies, because I feel like Cadbury's a bit of a funny one. They don't really do cookies generally. As I said, they have dabbled in Oreos and things, but I think the cookies one would be quite interesting. I've been quite looking forward to reviewing these for quite some time, and they do look quite interesting, really. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Right, so we've got the bit of the old calorie information here. So it's 135 gram sort of pack or bag, I guess you might say. So 497 calories per 100 grams, 25 grams of fat, 13 of which are saturates. Let's say chocolate products tend to be 500 to 550, but it's just on the bottom end of that. Then per cookie, 30.5 grams, 67 calories, 3.3 grams of fat, 1.7 of which are saturates. So there we go. And palm oil in there as well, so palm oil. Okay, there we are. Yes, chocolate chip cookies. There's not much more to say about them, really, I think. I'm a bit sort of wondering, just what to make of these, but there we go. I think, let's see, who makes them? Does it say? I think that's interesting because, is it actually Cadbury's? It's quite funny, actually. It doesn't say it's made by anyone else. Maybe it is actually made by Cadbury's there. We do have a sort of Mondelez logo on. It does say Mondelez. But yeah, don't know. Interesting. Normally they say like someone, you know, another kind of yeah, company basically, but not in this case. That's interesting. I'll just clear the plate from the last lot of stuff. As I said, there's a few biscuit reviews I want to do today. Biscuits are a bit of a funny one to do, really. So yeah, just let's just get rid of these crumbs. Okay, there we go. Right. They're a bit crumbly, those Craves. That's the only problem with them. They're a bit crumbly. You know, they do have that, and it's quite nice with the milk though, because it does flavour the milk in this strange, yeah, sort of powdery topping. So it's not too bad. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. Right, so again, we've got a bit of... I try to keep these things away from here, but I can't really help it, you know. Okay, all right. So let's reduce the colour a bit. Okay, the brightness rather. We could reduce the colour as well. Okay, let's give these a bit of an open then. So I'm not too sure what to make of these. They look quite a standard cookie really, but we'll give them a go. The interesting part is the fact that they're Cadbury's. Let's open them. Not known for the cookies, as I say. Let's have a look. So I've got, yeah, what have we got in here? 11 in here, which is a odd number. Look a very bit broken there. Look very odd. They look okay. Look all right. They look. Yeah, what do they look like? They look well like a cookie, but they look a bit. There's something a bit. I don't know. They got lots of chocolate in them. I think they look a bit Marylandy. Maybe there's something. They remind me of something else. It might be Maryland cookies. Maybe. Let's have a see. Let's give a bit of a measure, shall we? Right. Let's have a look. Okay, 5.3 centimetres in diameter. Let's have a look. About 1.2 in height. Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, obviously it's not a perfect circle, so the diameter is not going to be the same all the way around. But we can't measure it in every angle. But definitely lots of lots of chocolate chip here. Lots of chocolate chip, like a traditional cookie. Yeah, I think you're right there, Joe. Which is unusual, isn't it? I mean, why are Cadbury doing it? You know, why not do something a bit clever? So I doubt it'll be sort of dairy, it's not dairy milk. What is it labelled as dairy milk chocolate? No, it's not. Not labelled. There's crumbs. Not labelled as dairy milk chocolates. It's just Cadbury's cookies. So I don't know why Cadbury are particularly doing this. It's an unusual thing. You see all these crumbs as well. So yeah, I don't know. I think you might be a bit disappointed with these if you got them thinking it might be something special. But let's see what they taste like. Definitely got a lot of chocolate chip in, more than Maryland, I would say, which is the other sort of typical cookie brand that we have in the UK. It might be owned by the same people for all I know, I'm not sure. But these do seem to be actually made by, well, presumably Cadbury. Don't seem to be franchised out, which is often sometimes the case. So let's give it a go then. Let's see. Plenty of chocolate chips. Let's give it a go. Give it a taste. Not bad actually, it's not. I mean, it's not going to be amazing. I think we probably could predict that, but it's you can definitely taste the chocolate chips actually, and they're quite chocolatey. The biscuit itself is relatively sort of normal, but it's not bad. It's got a bit of a reasonable taste to it, sort of a slightly vanilla-y taste, but you can taste the chocolate chips. There's enough of them to come through, and I think it's not a bad one actually. It's definitely better than like the Maryland ones, which are kind of just hard and don't really get the chocolate chip taste. You can definitely taste them in this one. It's not bad actually. What's your opinion on biscuits and cookies then, Joe? We call them biscuits in the UK, but cookies tends to be this style of biscuit in the UK. But the Americans call all biscuits cookies, and I think scones are what they call biscuits. But to us in the UK, a cookie is this particular type of biscuit. So it's this sort of round chocolate chip covered one. That tends to be what we call a cookie. Yeah. All right, let's give it a bit of a dip in the coffee. Let's see. Not bad at all on the coffee. It softens the biscuit, but not really the chocolate. So I think it's one of those where it doesn't work as well as other biscuits might in a dipped coffee, because I feel like in a hot drink, because I think the basically it doesn't really, it melts the biscuit but not the chocolate chip, which is fine. But you don't really get like a melted chocolate taste or anything like that. So there are other biscuits I think that work better when dunked. But it's because the chocolate chips are quite prominent, so it swings and roundabouts really. It works better when they're sort of not, essentially when not sort of, what's the word? Yeah, when, I guess when, lost my train of thought now. When it's not sort of, I mean, what was I saying? I've just lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I'll work it out in a second. Hi Andrew, good to see you by the way. The best cookies are M&S chocolate chip cookies and the half-coated chocolate version. Much better than literally all the others. I like those kind of ones, I must say. Yeah, those half-covered ones. I think that's what I was trying to sort of say before, but didn't say it really. Or you'd think this one would have had something a bit more special about it being a Cadbury's one. But yeah, back to being dunked in this one. I feel like how are you doing by the way, Andrew? You've been a bit absent lately. I hope you're doing alright. Is it college or uni work that's been taking all your time? Hopefully you're doing okay with it. Yeah, and thanks for the admin by the way. Thanks for the admin. That's really appreciated. Yeah, I feel like when dunked in a drink in this one, the problem with them is that because the chocolate works so well when it's not dunked, it's quite solid chocolate and it comes across and you can taste it in the biscuit. That's detrimental to the fact when you dunk it in a hot drink, because it doesn't melt the chocolate very well. So while it does melt the biscuit and it does emphasise the chocolate a bit more, I feel like in other chocolate cookies or biscuits, when you dunk them, you get a bit more of an effect of of having the melted chocolate. So it's a bit more interesting. Yeah. Oh, GB Gifts has closed down for now, Instagram. Ah, yes, I did get a couple of things from there. I wonder why that is then. There's lots of chocolate importers now, though, isn't there? Yeah, maybe there's just too much competition. And B&M, of course, regularly get imported goods for a very reasonable price. So I wonder if it's just not worth them doing it anymore. But yeah, lots of competition, and B&M, I imagine, are probably the reasons. Yeah. But yeah, interesting. But yeah, they're very expensive. Yeah, Unimosty. Well, I hope it's going alright, Andrew. Yeah, I hope it's going okay. Fingers crossed you're doing well at it, and I'm sure you are. So yeah, just have to. What are you in your first year? Is it? I can't remember what you said now. Or your second year? Yeah, if it's the last year, well, fingers crossed you do okay. But yes, not too bad those ones, but not going to blow your socks off. These are the gist of it. What can I rate them then? I think they're actually quite nice cookies, though. I think they're actually quite nice. They're definitely better than Maryland ones. They're definitely, I think, the baseline is probably for cookies is probably Maryland. So I think for me, these ones are definitely better than them because they're slightly bigger, but the chocolate's more prominent and you can taste it. So then what can I say? I think a digestive is a 2. Normal digestive. Some of these ones are probably a 3 out of 5, maybe a 3.5 on another day. They're definitely better than Maryland's. So I think they're not bad those, but they don't taste like Cadbury chocolate, and they don't pretend to be dairy milk, but it's nice chocolate actually. It's not bad, not bad. Second year RC, okay, yeah, right, okay, yeah. So just in that sort of Well, fingers crossed it goes well, Andrew. Then just one more year to go after that, so fingers crossed. But yeah, M&S cookies, yeah. I think imagine there's lots of lovely cookies actually, isn't there? I love all those indulgent ones you can get, like the Fox's ones, and they usually get sort of own brand ones in supermarkets that are very, very indulgent as well. I need to go to M&S actually. I think I'll go in a couple of weeks. I've been meaning to go. So what should we do next? Let's think. Let's have a look. A few things to do today, but I'll tell you what we'll do. While the coffee's hot, we'll get the other 2 biscuits done out of the way. Then we'll open the cream egg to see if we've won. So I've got a couple of McVitie's ones here. The chunky one, choc chips. So we can compare these directly to the Cadbury one as well. So yes, look, not too bad these ones. What have we got on them? Anything interesting? See the calorie wise. Let's have a look. Per 100 grams. 502 calories, slightly more calories, 25.8 grams of fat, 13.2 which are saturates, and per biscuit 10.9 grams, 55 calories, 2.8 grams of fat, 1.4 which are saturates. Okay, vegetable oil palm, it's got in there. Let's see. Okay, 150 gram pack as well. Okay, not too bad. It looks quite interesting, these ones. I quite like the packaging. Bit of a strange one though. It's McVitie's take on cookies. They're sort of like the, I guess you'd say, the big brand in the UK for biscuits. I would have said they're sort of generally a bit like that. So, you know, I think they're the sort of the major brand for the UK, I would have said. Yeah. So there we go. They look quite interesting. Where as nice as the other ones, I don't know. That's the Veggies Digestive. Tends to be the main ones. So we shall see. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, let's talk about too much time, Andrew. Too much time is the answer to that. Too much time, not enough to do. Yeah, that's all. You know, it's just one of those, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of those. But interesting, though, interesting. But it just goes to show, really, Andrew. You know what I mean? If you just have to be careful on the internet, because if people have got too much time and not enough other things to do, it can be quite malicious, really. So fortunately, some people are just like to be, you know, idiots. You know what I mean? Which is fine. But you know, if someone wants to be malicious, you know, it just shows you've just got to be careful online, really. Yeah. So it's just one of them, isn't it? But there you go. You know, but it clearly shows that the subscriber doesn't matter. I believe to subscribe you have to have signed up with an email address. So that's how much time, you know, someone's putting into this. You know, they're really putting a lot of time into it. Again, I don't know what to make of it, really, because I kind of think, you know, is it a good thing to have just you know, is it good to make use of this and get more subscribers and things? But I don't know, you know what I mean? I just feel like maybe not. Maybe that's just not the right attitude to have. But yeah. But interesting one. It just goes to show, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And this is just one person. Imagine if it was 10 people. You know, imagine that. Yeah, quite a lot of time just doing. Well, I think the problem is, Andrew, that's not what they just want to be a pest. You know, and that's it. So for them, the fact that they're being that way, I mean, but I don't know if ignoring them would even make any difference. I don't think it would matter, really. I don't think you can really win, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know. But the problem is, I think by me putting attention to it, like discussing it now, is the problem, unfortunately. So I don't know. So I might, from all sort of time in the future, just try not to say anything about it, because I think me giving it attention, even like this, just discussing it like you in a sort of in a distant manner, is what it's about, unfortunately. So I might just in future just leave it to yourself and other moderators just to sort it, and me not really even mention it, really, because I think like that's part of it, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's one of those. Yeah, this is it, Joe. It's one of those, isn't it? There's just some people who are just, I don't know, you know, just too much time on hands, not enough to do with it, unfortunately. Yeah. So there we go. I think that's the problem, isn't it? But you know, I don't know. I guess there's worse things that someone can be doing, isn't there? You know. But yeah. So fortunately, if it's okay, I probably will just leave it to yourselves now to sort it. If that's all right. So if you see, you know, anyone, as I say, doing anything, just you can see the type. It's like before when I hit that other guy before. It was quite clear it was the same person. They just act in the same way, unfortunately, and it's just, you know, yeah. So I don't know. I'll leave it to yourselves, your own discretion. You know the patterns by now. You'll know the type of things they say. So it'd be appreciated, yeah, if you just handle it and sort it. You know, there we go. And I think I'll just refrain from talking about it from now, because I think unfortunately that's what it's about. Yeah, Mini Cookies Animus are getting rave reviews. I need to get there. I need to get them. I just haven't got to M&S yet. I've got too much in the backlog, unfortunately. Yeah, and M&S, you know, the problem with M&S is I'm not too keen on their chocolate. I don't know what it is. Mind you, these might be made by Foxes, like you say, Andrew, so maybe they'll be okay. They're chocolate cookies with big mini eggs in half-coated chocolate. That sounds more like it. Yeah, that sounds more like it. Okay, let's give these an open then. Let's give these an open. Right. Let's have a see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just a shame that YouTube doesn't block people by, you know, just by who they are. If you know what I mean, you can just sign up for millions of other times. I don't know why they don't do that, but it's probably still not perfect though either way. There you go, quite a darker looking cookie. This one looks very, okay, this cookie looks a bit more, or did I change the brightness here? I don't know if I did. No, I didn't. Okay, let's change it down. Okay, these cookies look a bit more, well, if I compare it to the other one, the other ones looked a bit more, you know, these ones look a bit drier, I think you would say. Look a bit thicker though, but you can see the colour difference, can't you? You see it's a bit more golden on the Cadbury one, which is this one. These ones are a bit more, yeah, look a bit more Maryland-like. You know, there's lots of chocolate in there. It's look quite nice. Yeah. Aero melts are out too. Basically just flattened out aero bubbles. Okay, yeah, I think, I'm trying to think if I've had those aero melts. I know the ones you mean, yeah. Yeah, they're quite nice. They're quite nice aero melts and aero bubbles and things. I don't know if I've had aero melts. I think I've had. I don't know if I've had them or not, but I know the taste anyway because they're like aero bubbles. You know, yeah, they're all right. I just find like they're just okay, basically. You know what I mean? They're just okay, but they do tick a box. All right, let's give these a measure then. Right, 4.7, 4.8 diameter. And the height's a bit ridged, of course. It's not going to be a perfect height measurement in this, but about 1 centimetre. I think that's probably what it was intended. See lots of chocolate chip though. There's lots of chunky, yeah, chunky chocolate chips on these ones. So quite excited. So I think McVitie is definitely a reliable company when it comes to biscuits. So hopefully these will taste reasonably nice and not just a Maryland kind of taste. They look very good. They do look very nice. Yeah, lots of chocolate chip. You know, quite crumbly, but lots of chocolate chip in them. And the colour is slightly a bit darker than I would have liked. It does look a bit, I don't know, what's the word? I don't know, a bit dry. I think it looks a bit dry. I don't know, it just doesn't look very. The brown is a bit too light. But all right, let's lift myself up. Give this one a taste. It's a bit darker on the underside, of course. A bit more golden on the bottom for whatever reason. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's get the brightness back up again. Okay, right. So let's give these a go. Right, let's have a look. Let's give them a taste. Very nice soft biscuit actually. Bit softer than the Cadbury ones, and again you can taste the chocolate chips. Not too bad. I feel like they are similar to Maryland ones. These ones. I think the chocolate chips aren't quite as. I think they're a bit more prominent than the Maryland ones, maybe, but they're not quite as prominent as the Cadbury one we had a minute ago. Just try giving it a dunk. See? This one, because the chocolate chips are a bit smaller, I think the dunkage definitely benefits the chocolate a bit more. I think they're quite nice. I think they're quite standard though. You know, they've got a bit of a sort of sugariness to them. I can definitely detect a bit more of a sugary, grainy taste to them, it seems. I don't know, something like that anyway. In the biscuit itself. I think it's okay. It's a bit of a different sort of style of cookie than the one we just reviewed from the Cadbury's one. It's, I don't know, it swings around once again. I think like it's good. But, yeah, interesting one. All right, Hans, how are you doing? Eating M&S. Is that actual M&S? Cookies right now. I say, aren't you in the yes, Malaysia, isn't it? Malaysia. I've got it right this time. Hopefully I have. Yes. So is it actually M&S, or is it or is that a different one? Interesting. Good to see you, Hans. Hope you're doing all right. Great to see you. What time is it where you? Must be quite late again. Sure, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning or something. These ones are okay. It's quite hard to describe these. They're sort of like the same but different than the other ones. I feel like they're a nice cookie. I feel like just perhaps the Cadbury's ones, I don't know, I feel like just slightly more interesting. Let's have another taste. That's the Cadbury one. I feel like the Cadbury one, just the chocolate, you can really crunch into it and you really feel the bite of the chocolate, but the biscuit isn't quite as nice, whereas the McVitie's one, the biscuit's actually quite nice, but the chocolate's a bit more, it's less impactful. Yeah, I feel like maybe the McVitie's one is a bit nicer, because I think the biscuit just comes across a bit nicer, but I feel like the chocolate's not quite as, bitey. You don't really get into the chocolate as much. So it's a real, it swings around about this one. I'm not sure which I prefer. I think as a whole to give a better rating, but I feel like I think maybe the McVitie's ones comes out on top with that one. But I think it's still a 3 out of 5. I don't think it's fabulous, especially when there's lots of biscuits out there like milk chocolate digestives and things like this, which I think were maybe a 3 as well. I don't think I can rate it above those. But not too bad though, all the same. Not too bad. I feel like just nothing stand out about it, but it's a nice cookie all the same. I'm just not sure. I don't know who it's just who really goes out to buy these cookies. I mean, there's so many. They're quite nice, but there's just nothing quite exceptional about them, and I don't know why you'd. There's so many nicer biscuits and more interesting ones. I just feel that they're just a bit too average, really. But nonetheless, well, I say the average biscuit is a regular digestive, which is a 2 out of 5. So these ones are obviously better than that. Okay. Well, tell you what we'll do next. We'll do the white chocolate equivalent now. The chunky one, white choc chip. I won't say they're that chunky either. That's the other thing. They're chunky-ish, but not chunky enough. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, and there's the calorie information there. So 505 calories per 100 grams, 25.5 grams of fat, 12.9 which are saturates, and per biscuit 10.9 grams, 55 calories, 2.8 grams of fat, 1.4 which are saturates. It's got palm oil in these ones again, even though it's got white chocolate. Got chocolate in my nail. There we go. Yes, it's got palm oil in there, which is odd actually. I thought it would be in white chocolate. Wouldn't have it. So white chocolate chips, 20%. 150 gram bag. Yeah, 15 biscuits per pack on average. Anything else of interest? Yeah, nothing too dramatic. It's got like an image there. Baking since 1839. Yeah, an interesting one. What else we got? We got the Queen approves as well. Funny how we get those things in the UK, Jar, these Queen approved symbols, if it focuses in on it. Not doing really. For vegetarians, a bit too small a writing. Delicious, yummy cookies full of white chocolate chips, also available in choc chip, which is all we get. Yeah. 1839, yes. It is quite a long time, that, isn't it, actually, for a biscuit company? You wouldn't afford it with that, but yeah, it does say 1839. Yeah. Yeah, so quite an interesting one, that one. 1839, yes. Interesting one, isn't it? Interesting. You've had those value brand cookies from supermarkets, which are usually little cookies in a long pack, about 39p, with about 3 chocolate chips. No, I haven't actually, Andrew, no, but I think, as you say, for that's probably why. Yeah, just these cheap biscuits. I mean, biscuits aren't that expensive anyway, are they really? But yeah, there are 3 chocolate chips. I mean, sometimes you've just got to spend the extra money, I think, haven't you? Unless you're getting morning coffees, which are a very plain biscuit. Yeah, wow, yes, respect for all these years. Yeah, it's not bad, that really, is it? I guess when you think about it, you know. Let's move down a bit and give these an open. Yes. I'm supportive part from the UK. Malaysia's very expensive, but I buy it anyways. Well, just sort of hinting on that, really, weren't we? Just minute hands. Yeah, just it's worth sometimes paying the extra money to have something a bit nicer, because you've got a calorie intake as well. Then you want to spend these calories that you've got on decent things as well. There's no point, unless you're dieting, of course. You don't want to be just eating rubbish stuff, really. May as well have something nice. This is Jason about Yielded. So right, a Turkish company which own United Biscuits. Okay, like the Cadbury lots, another, but yeah, High Power's in charge. Yeah, they do. Yeah, all the Cadbury's cake. And they're aren't they? Also the people that do Mr. Kipling, stuff like that. United Biscuits. Anyway, I think they are. Yeah, interesting one that. This is one company owning them all. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that, really. I wouldn't have thought it'd be a good thing. Okay, so we've got the same plastic tray in here. Obviously plastic, a thing people aren't too keen on these days. There's that. And get it out. It's again quite not bad. So 14 in each one. So I did say about 14 in the pack. Did we get any one? Well, we didn't get 14 in the one. Yes, we did. Yeah, it is. Yeah, probably did. Actually, we get one of them. 7, yeah, about 14 there. There's 13 now, we had 1. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so these look very similar, really, I think you'd say, but just basically exactly the same, but with white chocolate. Although, the coloured biscuit might be a trick of the light because of the chocolate chips in them. But it does look a bit different. Where's my calipers gone? Looks slightly different. Okay, let's give it a bit of a measure then. Let's just check. Yes, let's have a look. 5.1. There we go. And height, about 1 centimetre. So roughly the same as the other one. I don't know, about 5. You would expect them to be the same. There's about 5 there, but it can depend. It's not a perfect circle. About a centimetre in height. Yeah. Roughly the same, roughly. I think it can just depend on the biscuit, really. Okay. There we go. All right. Yes. Yes, United Biscuits, McVitie's and Jacobs are owned wholly by Yildiz and Premier Foods. Yeah, see. Yeah. Yes. Quite like the Premier Foods ones. I think they're not too bad. Yes. Premier Foods is Mr. Kipling. Ah, okay. Is it Premier Foods, is it? I thought I'm sure when I looked at it the other day, I'm sure that the Cadbury's ones and the Cadbury's cake bars were done by the same company as Mr. Kipling. I'm sure it was the same company. Cadbury's used to be made by Burton's and Mondelez now make them. Ah, okay, right. Yeah, could have got. I'm sure I just looked the other day, but I can't recall now. Mondelez don't work with Burton's anymore. Burton's the people who make Jammy Dodgers. Yeah, I see. Yes. I know this stuff. Honestly, maybe a secret insider. I don't know. Yeah. I'm sure I looked at it. Mini rolls were made by the same people as Mr. Kipling. I thought that was the case. But yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this. So it's quite difficult to see all the chocolate chips because they're all white chocolate. You know, so it's going to be quite difficult. See if I can adjust the brightness. Yeah, the brightness is fine, as it should be actually. Okay. So focus in a bit. Not quite wanting to focus in too well. There we go. So you can see the white chocolate sort of there, just these little bits here. They're quite hard to see really. They're a bit yellowy, you know. Yeah, it looks to be filled with them, but it's a bit harder to tell. They look okay. I think they look as you'd expect. So let's give myself a lift up. Here we go. Yeah, not much to look at down there, I don't think. No, sometimes when I move down, there's a few things to investigate, but I think in this case, these biscuits case, they're quite easy to, you know, investigate. Let's give them a go. They're quite interesting, these ones. I think the white chocolate's going to obviously make or break them. Let's give it a snap. We'll get another one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's give it a taste. Not bad. It's got a sort of bit of a funny one actually. This one. Let's just try. Can't really taste the white chocolate. You can taste the white chocolate, but it doesn't really taste of much. Yeah. I feel like the white chocolate here is sort of, it's there and you can get the, you know you've ate some of it, but you can't really taste it very well. Let's try it dunked in a coffee. Let's see, it's still warm. There we go. For these ones, definitely need to be dunked a bit because basically when they're not dunked, it's very difficult to detect the white chocolate. I mean, you can sort of taste it. You know you've got the texture, but very difficult to taste. And I feel like it needs to be dunked in order to get that sort of extra taste from them. The chocolate. Let's see. Yeah, they really need to be dunked, these ones. They're okay. Even when dunked, you're not really getting a massive amount of white chocolatey taste, but you're getting more of one. It's all right. I feel like these ones. Well, the biscuit again is just a bit. I don't know, hard to say. It's not my favourite biscuit. It does the job though. I feel like the milk chocolate ones are definitely better. Let me just got something a bit more about them. Yeah. Only just though. There's not a massive difference. I think the ones are quite nice in a strange way. They're sort of. I think the chocolate's a bit less prominent, but it's not too bad. But it definitely needs to be dunked, I think, to get the most out of it. It just melts away the biscuit and melts the chocolate a bit more, giving them a bit more of an obvious taste. I think they're okay. I think, bearing in mind the others were 3 out of 5, I think these ones are a bit less so, and they don't really taste massively of white chocolate. I don't think if you're a white chocolate fan, I don't think you'd be massively bowled over from eating these thinking, oh yes, I've had a white chocolate experience. So I think for me it's a 2.5 out of 5, those ones. I think they're okay. They're just not really... They're just okay. You know, it's a difficult one. They're not horrible cookies or anything, you know, but there's just not really much going on for them really. They're just quite normal. I feel like you're not really getting your chocolate hit from these. I feel like in order, you probably prefer to have, I don't know, chocolate digestives or hobnobs or something. I just feel like you're not really getting, what you're after from them. They're okay, but I do feel like you'd just be wanting a bit more. I just don't feel like they're providing a chocolate enough of a chocolate experience. I don't know. I'm trying to think who would really go for these biscuits, and I feel like maybe they're just biscuit jar fillers, if you know what I mean. Maybe like parents just get them just to fill the biscuit jar, and I don't really know. I can't really think why you would ever really go for these kind of biscuits. Maybe just to try, or just as I say, just to have something a bit different. But if you imagine if you had a biscuit jar filled with all sorts of biscuits, I don't really imagine these would go very quickly. Or maybe it depends what you do. But I remember when I was younger, the biscuit jar used to have like plain digestives in and things like this, and of course the cookie ones went first. But if I was making a biscuit jar, I would never have mundane biscuits in there, but maybe, I don't know, this is a kid thing, just to stop the kids, just for the parents to have something that the kids don't. Mondelez still work Premier Foods, I think, and a few other companies for their cakes and puddings. Yeah, okay, that's what I've seen. I thought so. Yeah, but Bertus used to make Cadbury's fingers and cookies, because I just reviewed a load of Mr. Kipling products at the weekend, last weekend, and I did check, and so I thought it was that case. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, well, I've been going mad, but yeah. We're interested how these split them between. It must be the different, just the different types of products. But yeah, interesting. It's weird how that is, because you assume that you're going to be buying a Cadbury's made thing, and you're not really. But as I say, in these cookie ones, they did appear to be made by Cadbury, so interesting. And Mondelez, anyway. Okay, let's try the cookie. Let's see if we won £10,000, or at least something. Probably won't have done. But there we go. I like the way they've done it though this year. I think it's quite clever on Cadbury's part. The way when you open it, it tends to open at the face of one, and also it's got to be half white, so you can't just open one half and know for sure if you won or not. So yeah, let's see. So we would have a drum roll if we could ever find the drum thing. It never appears anymore, so I don't know. Oh dear. If you can find the drum roll emoji, Andrew, that'd be great. Or Jar, if you're still there. Yes. But if you can't, don't worry about it. I can't. Just can't find it. I don't know. It's just hard as well, the keyboard being over there. But there we are. But yes, let's give it an open then. Could probably just review these, couldn't we? We review them every week. But there we go. Mr. Kipling's hit and miss. Some of the classics are really good, but some of their limited editions can be. Yeah, they can be really. They can be really. Even though it sounds like they've got really interesting flavours. Yeah, it can be really boring, Andrew says. So I didn't finish it off then. Yeah, they're usually just, as you said, they don't quite, I don't know. They're just a bit too plain still, aren't they? Now, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrew. Let's see. Okay, yes. Let's give it a go then, shall we? So let's see. So we want them half white and half milk chocolate egg. Let's say they always open now at this point as well, or at least, well, maybe they always did, but so let's have a see. Yes. Time chocolate egg. Time to win £10,000. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed. Thanks, Joe. Yes, thanks, Hans. Now then, what do you reckon? Oh dear, nope. Well, that's another week at work. All right. Oh dear. I mean, what a shame. But the odds are quite low. Probably could wrap them up perfectly if I, but yeah. Oh well, never mind. That's another week. Well, maybe till Wednesday anyway. We'll do another one. So we'll see how it goes then. But oh well, we gave it a go. I think the odds are quite slim really, but at least it gives something to partially look forward to. All right, yeah. Let's try this Lindt Excellence then. I've been wanting to review this for a long time as well. Let's just take it with some there. Yeah, let's see. See really well. Yes. Yeah, let's try this Lindt Excellence then. Here we go. Oh, yes. Yes. Lindt Excellence. Caramel with a touch of sea salt. Yeah. Is it dark chocolate as well? Have a look. What does it say? Fine dark chocolate with crispy caramel pieces. And a touch of sea salt. Yes, there we go. There's the Spanish equivalent there. Yeah, what have we got here? Lindt Sprungli. Master Chocolatiers. Swiss chocolates. Since 1845, yeah, so quite a long time as well with these ones. Fine dark chocolate with crispy caramel pieces and a touch of sea salt. Keep saying with we've got 6% something or other there. I'm not sure what that 6% is. Caramel pieces. Caramelized sugar, 6%. Cocoa sauce 47%, so that's not too bad. Yeah, by the way, we did review last week. Remember, or the week before, we reviewed those. It was the Sainsbury's own brand dark chocolate and their cheap one. I forgot what it was called. I began with L, Linnets or something. It was really. I kept nibbling on it afterwards, and it was really nice actually. It was so they had like a regular dark chocolate, which was their normal branded one, which had milk in it, you know. But the actual other one was so nice. Actually, it was a really nice dark chocolate. I forgot what the make was now. What was it called? It was called like. Do you remember what it is, Andrew? The Sainsbury's own brand, like Miss Molly type name. Called like Linnets or something like that. I can't think. It was with L, I think. But it was really nice actually. It grew on me more and more, and I just had a square every now and again, and it was just such a lovely dark chocolate taste. Yes, 1845. Yes, yeah, not bad at all. I mean, of course, it will have changed quite a lot since then. But yeah, it is. I know it just goes to show chocolate as well. You wouldn't have thought really chocolate would be selling that much since around then. But yeah, interesting, isn't it, Jared? It is interesting. And there you go, the calorie information there. 507 calories per 100 grams, 28 grams of fat, 17 of which are saturates. There we go, yeah. Not too bad. Yeah, it's got a Spanish address on this one. Yeah, there we go. Like the looks like it's got flames coming off it, but it's kind of an interesting look to it, that. If it's got salt coming on and caramel, I guess it's definitely what you'd expect. So yeah, let's give these an open then. So I've got 18,000, well not 18,000, 1,800 subscribers at the moment, but of course I think half of them are just a you know who, you know what I mean? So it does make me wonder just how many people. Dear me. But again, I shouldn't be mentioning it, should I? There we go. All right. Yeah, so as I say, if you ever see anyone in the chat that looks suspicious, feel free to kick them. Don't worry about it. You know, you can usually tell, I think, these days, and I can always reverse it, so don't worry about it. There we go. Right, there we are. So yes, well, let's sort itself out. You do like a bit of Lindt, yes. I think. Well, I've had much of their dark chocolate. The milk chocolate, I'm a not massive fan of because it's a bit too, as you know, Andrew, it's a bit too milky for me, a bit too creamy. But yeah, I'm interested in their dark chocolate. It's just I can't quite. It's just not wanting to show this wrapper very well. It's just because it's too shiny. Okay, let's see. It's a bit too long as well to go in too close. All right, a bit better. Okay. All right, let's give it a bit of an open then. So it's a nice packaging, this one. I quite like the packaging. So just glued at 2 points, and you can open it up. There we go. And the sort of indulgent range. You just get these kind of bars on the top shelf, don't you? Really, you know. Waitrose do a good range of own brand chocolate. Their Belgian dark chocolate hazelnuts is great. 54%. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think in the 50s is definitely the right. I mean, 40s is not bad either, but the 50s, I think, yeah, 40s to 50s are definitely where it's at for dark chocolate, if you ask me. I think before then, and if they include, like, it seems from recent just discoveries, if they include like a sort of milk in there of some kind, it tends to really make them go down to around 30 odd. And I feel like, yeah, 40 to 50s, particularly in the 50s, I think is about right for me. Yeah, I'll say that one from Sainsbury's was in its 40s, but it was nice. It was nice. I just can't remember the name of the brand, but yeah, that own brand Sainsbury's one that wasn't there, that wasn't labelled as Sainsbury's. It had like their value brand name on it. What it's called now, as I say, Linnets or something. Wasn't that, but it's something like that. Okay. Right, let's get into this. So of course it snapped a bit, so very much sealed with the wrapper, with the foil. Okay, I've not been able to. It smells very nice actually. It does smell lovely, this one. Just get rid of that completely. Yeah, it does smell very nice. You can see obviously it snapped on the side here, but yeah, it's a nice smell. Interesting. It's like obviously it's the way you'd expect. It's going to sound a bit obvious, but it smells a bit like a caramel mixed with dark chocolate. But it's yeah, not bad at all actually. So you can see, we'll give a bit of a measure before we forget. And of course it's we're flat here, so difficult to measure. Okay, about 18.8 centimeters roughly in length. And the width about 8.6, and the height about 5mm. And there we go. And of course, in between the can do it. That's 4. That's in between. Okay, interesting. Looks very. You can see here, quite indulgent there. Nice dark chocolate with the crunchy bits. You can see clearly there's some kind of caramel crunchy bits, and presumably the white ones are perhaps salty bits. If I can get it to focus in, which is quite hard. About right there. So you can see there's the caramel bits there, and there's perhaps some whiter bits there, which may be caramel as well, but they do look a bit whiter. You can kind of see there when it catches the light a bit more. Yeah. Could just be caramel though. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, what did it say? It say with crispy caramel pieces and a touch of sea salt, so it might not be easy to see the salt maybe. Yeah. Just a few types of mini rolls. They have Hopper's chocolate mini rolls. That's B compared to the £3 for 10 Cadburys. Yeah, see. And about Tesco mini rolls somewhere between. I haven't seen all those actually, Andrew. I've not seen mini. I've seen like our mini roll, but I've not seen all these different ones. Not Tesco own brand these Hoppers, or Value brand either. Separate company. All right, okay. I've seen other. I don't know if I've seen those. I have to look at that out for those. Lovely old school design. Yeah, they tend to, these blocks of chocolate, these flat ones, they tend to be like top shelf chocolate we have in the UK, in supermarkets. So a lot of companies do them, and they just tend to be a bit more classy chocolates, basically. Yeah. The Waitrose dark chocolate hazelnuts doesn't have milk in. It's 50%. Yeah, not bad. It's just cocoa mass, cocoa butter, hazelnuts, and emulsified. Yeah. Okay, interesting. But obviously, unfortunately, Andrew, you know I'm like with hazelnuts. I'm not the biggest hazelnut fan, but I can appreciate them in some instances. But yeah, as you say, as Joe was saying, a bit of an old school design. Looks very 80s for sure. Yeah, seems to. I think maybe it's people who are sort of in the 40s plus that eat these chocolates generally, and I think that's why they have like an 80s feel to them. I think. I think anyway. That's my assumption. But I quite like the 80s look as well. So you know, obviously, I guess I am in that bracket, unfortunately. So there we go. Just about. Okay. All right, let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Give a square a go. We do the calories, I think we did, didn't we? Didn't really say what the calories were. So it's 100 gram. Yeah, let's see. It's 100 grams on the thing. And then per 100 grams. So it's a whole bar. So basically, this is a tenth of it. So it's about 50 calories for this square. Yeah. Because there's basically. There's a 10. Yeah, it's a tenth. Yeah, there's 10 squares basically. So let's give it a go then. Give it a snap. Give it a taste. Not bad actually, not bad. Interesting. The dark chocolate tastes quite sweet in a way. Interesting, this one. I wouldn't say it tastes particularly of dark chocolate really. I don't know, it's not milk chocolate either. It's got a very funny taste to it. It definitely tastes the caramel, the crunchy bits in there, which are quite nice. This might be a slight saltiness to it. I think there is every now and again. The dark chocolate's funny. I don't know if it's because it's mixed with the caramel in some way. But I'm not really getting a dark chocolate taste from it really. I'm getting a sort of weird, maybe like a sweet dark chocolate taste, I guess, but it doesn't really taste like dark chocolate. Not sure what to make of them. It's okay, but I feel like it's not really. I don't know what it is really. It's a funny one, this one. It has a sort of an odd taste to the chocolate. I don't feel like it really tastes like dark chocolate. Now it could be because of all the caramel infusions there, but I don't feel like it really tastes much of a caramel either. I don't know. It's a funny one. It might be why you don't get very many caramel dark chocolates. I don't know, but I've had the Old Gold Australia one. I think I've reviewed that and published it. I've reviewed it, but I don't know if I published it or not. It wasn't too bad actually. It grew on me a bit, but it had a bit of a funny starting taste. This one, so it might be that it just needs to grow on you a bit, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just feel like the dark chocolate doesn't really come across very well. I don't really know whether it's the, let's say, the sort of the caramel or the salt or both, or just a dark chocolate. Interesting. You're not convinced by this one. I don't know. I can't tell if it's the ingredients or if it's the dark chocolate itself. But yeah. But in the end of the day, what I've expected from this really is a dark chocolate with a bit of accompanying flavours. And it's the other way around. Really. I'm getting accompanying flavours with a bit of dark chocolate, but it's not really a strong. Because of that, you can't really taste the dark chocolate very well. I'm not convinced by it really. Yeah. I'm not sure on this one at all. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't feel like the combinations works very well here. I feel like that's my gut feeling. I can't believe it's the dark chocolate's just not very nice. I don't know. I mean, it could just be that the dark chocolate just, the foundations of the whole thing are just not really my cup of tea. But I'm not getting a rich taste at all from it. You know what I mean? I'm really not. I'm not getting a real dark chocolate taste. It's 54%, I think we said, didn't we? Say on the front. It said somewhere. Yeah, I think it said near the top. Oh, 47%. Okay, I think okay, that might explain it. Yeah, it's 47%. All right, okay, maybe. Well, I would have still said that's quite high. That one, as I say, the one from Sainsbury's last week or the week before, that was very nice. That was a 44% one. I'm sure it was. So I don't know. This one, nonetheless, it doesn't taste. It's not. I'm not getting a rich taste from it really. And I think maybe it could be down to the caramel, maybe, or just maybe the Lindt's dark chocolate's not great. I don't know in this case. I just feel like. I think the thing, my reservations with it is the fact that I just can't believe that this little amount of caramel and taste of salt could have affected the dark chocolate taste that much to make it so mundane. That's my only thing. I just can't believe that, because I don't believe there's that much caramel in it, caramel pieces, to really have affected it that much. I mean, it could have done. There are a few crunchy bits, but there's nothing on the bottom. You've seen in some of them. Well, this is a few pock marks. I don't know, but you can see it's quite a light colour, isn't it? You know what I mean? I've definitely seen dark chocolates, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't say for certain what the problem is here. I don't know if it's just the dark chocolate itself just isn't that great. But either way, I'm not too happy with this one. I quite like a nice dark chocolate, like I say. And like that Sainsbury's one last week, it just really grew on me. It was very nice actually. But this one, yeah, I don't know. The caramel sea salt definitely haven't helped it anyway. I don't believe. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this one. It's just too weak. It just tastes too weak. And the caramels and salt are okay. They're there, but I just don't think they don't work with the dark chocolate, and the dark chocolate certainly doesn't work with it. So yeah, I think for me it's probably trying to be a bit harsher because I feel like just saying everything's below average just isn't good enough anymore. I think there's lots of stuff that are just not. I just don't think I could really recommend this really. So it's got to be quite a low rating, I think. So that's not horrible, I feel like it's worse than below average, so I think that's why I'm going to say it's a 1.5 out of 5. I think just to say it's a 2. I think there's quite a lot of things that are below average. I think this one, though, just actively... I could never see myself thinking I want to buy this chocolate because I just don't think it provides anything on any level, really, that I can't have better elsewhere. The dark chocolate, the caramel and the sea salt, I'm not sure. I mean, it's a bit difficult one. I could just say it's a 2 out of 5. But there are some 2 out of 5 things where I think, I could still enjoy it. It's not too bad. And so it's a bit of a hard one for me. I'm still finding my feet with that one, really, is where I feel between the 1.5s and the 2. So, on another day it could have been a 2, but even so, that's not a great mark. I'm just struggling to think in this case why I would ever buy it over other things, really. And it's just not a good example of dark chocolate. It's just not that great. It's not that interesting. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe I should have said a 2. I don't know. It's either 1.5 or a 2 anyway. I'm trying to find my feet with where to find things out. I just can't ever envisage why I would ever buy this chocolate ever again, basically. And for that reason, I find it difficult to say it's just a 2 out of 5. Because there's just nothing really going for it. And I don't feel like I've got any real taste to it that's interesting, really. Like some... if you just had a nice dark chocolate taste and a reasonable or something, I don't know, maybe it would have just been a 2 out of 5. I'm not sure. Anyway, you get the point. Could have been a 2 out of 5, basically, is what I'm saying. But I think that's most of it. But I think, yeah, I I feel like it's just not. I just can't think of any reason to give it that higher rating, really. So getting crumbs everywhere today. I don't know what's going on with these reviews. Just bits and pieces everywhere. So I'm trying to wipe it up a bit. Okay. Yeah, so just remove that one a second. But yeah, so very interesting, these ones. I'll say I'm trying to find my feet with the 2s and the 1.5s at the moment rated, because I feel like it's there's got to be a point to those ratings. They've got to be distinct, and I'm not sure what I quite find trouble with the distinction, really. I would say let's say for instance with a biscuit, like a digestive is perhaps a 2 out of 5, and it's it's not a bad biscuit or anything, but definitely not very exciting. But there probably are instances where I could probably have a digestive. You know what I mean? I don't know if not many of them though. But it's quite a distinct biscuit, and it's not it's not like there's other things out there that are better than it. Whereas with that chocolate there are other dark chocolates out there. There are other caramel and sea salt things and stuff like this. I think are just better than it. So I can't envisage a time where that would ever be something I would buy. Whereas a digestive, there is an instance where I might buy it because I fancy a digestive, or I don't know really. But even then, as I say, digestives are quite a below average biscuit. Well, they're not sort of an exciting biscuit, which is why they're a 2 out of 5. Because I feel like the average is a 3 out of 5. So it's a very difficult one to say really. So you just got to go with your gut, I think. And I felt like in this case, it was just a very disappointing bar. So anyway, won't lay that point anymore. Well, there we go. So what we've got still quite a few things to go really. Let's see. How many things have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's have a look then. So, yes, tell what we're trying this. We'll change the tack a bit. Yeah, try these Drumstick Squashies. There we go. Yes, sour versions. They're quite interesting, these ones. They're quite like sort of sour sweet, so free from artificial colours. These Drumsticks again, they're typical. I think they're vanilla, milk and raspberry flavoured lollies generally, but these are the squash, sort of very soft versions. Sour cherry and apple flavour. These look very interesting. You see the other types there as well. I think I've reviewed both of the other types, I think. Sour cherry and apple flavour gums. There we go. Yes, there we are. Quite a lot of ingredients there. Imported and distributed in Australia by a confectionery trading company. These are UK products though. Okay. Nutrition information. So per 100 grams, 349 calories, 0.2 grams of fat, none of which are saturated. That's pretty good. And per 20 gram serving, 70 calories, less than 0.1 gram of fat, none of which are saturated. So not bad there. Get in touch. The address is there. My Peak, Derbyshire. Okay, yes, it is a UK one. 160 grams. Why does it say suitable vegetarians? That's what I'm interested in here, because sometimes these sort of products aren't. I can't see a vegetarian symbol on it. Usually it's around where these symbols are, down here. I think I did see palm fat there. It's got palm fat in. There you go. It's not in the non-UK one. Black carrot extract. Base agents. Yeah, I can't see anything obvious to say it's not. Oh, there you go, gelatin. There we are. Yes, gelatin there, just in the scrunch. Not super vegetarians, these ones. Okay, there we go. All right. How's the market in the UK for these UK for these gummy candies? Quite strong. There's loads of them actually, Joe. Yeah, and Haribo's quite a big company. I think they're not the UK one, but quite a lot, Joe. Yeah, there's quite a lot. Basically, yeah, it's quite a big market. I think kids obviously like them, but yeah, there's quite a lot. Yeah, I think generally. Let's see. Yeah, there's generally quite a lot really of these products. There's loads of them in the supermarkets and things. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of them. I think kids generally tend to have them, but there is quite a lot of them. Yeah, so I think and I say Cadbury's a big brand for these. And cola bottles and stuff like that are always popular. And pick and mix at the cinema and things like this. So it's quite a big thing for them. Yeah, is it quite big in Brazil? I'm thinking maybe it isn't from what you know. Me asking that question, but yeah, quite big. And these ones are a bit of a classic as well, the Drumsticks. Basically, there's like it's a lolly generally, and it's quite. I think we've might have shown it before. Quite chewy, and it's half sort of milk flavour and half strawberry flavour or raspberry. And this is just a take. And then they did these squashy versions. One company's did this sort of like a squashy version of many sort of chewy sweets. So these are very soft. And then a lot of companies just copied it. Yes. Haribo gummies everywhere, yes. Yeah, Haribo is quite big, it has to be said, yeah. Yeah, maybe the heat would be a problem in Brazil, Joe, I'm not sure. Mind you, I guess in Malaysia it's quite hot as well, so... Yeah. Okay, let's give these an open then. Look, quite an interesting one. I'm excited for these, has to be said. There we go. Oh, wow, lovely apple smell coming from these. Yeah, nice smell. There you go, let's tip them out. There's loads in here, so it's going to count them all, but there's quite a lot, isn't there? So maybe they look lovely actually. They're lovely, not quite as light as they are. Let's see, there we go. Going to about the right colour there. It's a lovely colour actually. I quite like these. These look a very nice colour. Yeah, so let's see. So we'll go into groups of 5, shall we? Just see how many there are. Why not? Probably not much point, but we'll do it. Groups of 10 actually. Groups of 10. There we go. So there's a lovely smell coming from these. They smell very nice. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yes. And that's 10. Okay, we've got them in groups of 10 roughly. Let's have a look. 10. Yeah. 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, so it's 10, 20, 30, 35, 39. 10, 20, 30, 35, 30, about 39 basically. Yeah, mark it there too, since the 90s you reckon, yeah. Yeah, very nice, very interesting. Yeah, very interesting really. But yeah, I think that was always been in the UK, but I think Haribo and things just definitely took off a bit more in the 90s, I think, like you say. Used to be quite a long time, like Jelly Babies when I was younger, and Chewits was another one. And various pick and mixes, the Dolly mixtures. And let's say it was definitely a thing to get pick and mix, where you basically get a bag and just get a load of stuff, put it in the bag, and then weigh it and pay it. And that was definitely something still at the cinema, but it costs a fortune. It's for some reason, but yeah. There you can see what these are like as well. They look very nice, but I think they're mainly the green colour. You can see the pink one. Maybe you can see the pink one. It's covering up some green. I don't know if you can quite make that out. I think you can. And this top one there, maybe anyway. They merge together. You can see that one as well. Side here. Maybe anyway. And there again. Maybe there's not much of the pink in there. No, it's not bad. Look, yeah, it does seem to be quite pink. Alright, let's give these a taste. I'm quite excited for these actually. I'm quite excited. They smell gorgeous. They've got a lovely, yeah, they smell very nice. They look very tasty. I quite like sour stuff as well. Bit of an interesting flavour. I quite like my gummy sweets as well. I do like them, especially sour ones. Yeah, so let's give these a go. Right, so I'll taste one now. Just a bit earlier. Ooh, just get this going right. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. Quite not as soft as you'd think they'd be. Quite chewy still. And the taste is quite muted, and I don't think they're very sour particularly either. Meant to be, the label's been quite sour. They're quite distinctly sour there in the corner. But I'm not really getting any kind of sour taste in them at all, really. Getting a very mild apple, maybe cherry taste, but very mild. Yeah, very mild, really. I'm not too sure. I feel like yeah, I feel like these are not quite as flavourful as they could be, and the flavours are quite subtle. Let's just try two at once. Quite soft and chewy, but probably harder than I would expect them to be. They kind of condense quite hard, so you bite them, they get a bit of give, but then they go quite tough. Yeah, I think these ones for me are a bit too. There's not enough flavour in them at all. It could be a problem with these gummy ranges in general, really. But yeah, There's a slight flavour there, but there's not enough of one. I get a slight apple taste, not really much of a cherry taste, and it's a very subtle one as well. And I say more about the chew, and there's certainly no sourness there at all. There's really no sour taste whatsoever. I would never describe these as sour whatsoever, really. So yeah, and no, for me these ones are a bit disappointing. Yeah, I think it's a bit disappointing. These ones, they smell lovely and they look really nice, but there's just no real taste to them. Yeah, just have one more. Maybe a bit too chewy as well. A bit too hard, you know what I mean? Not really chewy, but just too hard. For a sort of soft one, yeah. These ones for me, I like the ones. I don't feel quite obliged to give them a 1.5 out of 5. I feel like they're okay. They've got like a purpose that's quite distinct. For me, they have some special childhood vibes. Yeah, they do look a bit like that, and I think you're right there, Joe. There is definitely that going on. Yeah, they do look very nice. They look really good. They look really good. Not very typical product for Halloween candies. Yes, there's definitely something nice looking about them. I like the look of them for sure, and I like the smell. They smell very nice in the bag anyway when they all came out. You know, maybe not individually, but yeah. But the taste-wise, they're just quite bland, really, and there's no sourness to them at all. I feel like it's kind of impossible really to sort of rate them that highly because there's just no real taste to them, unfortunately. They do look good and they're very interesting, but they're just too bland really. So yeah, I think again where it's just this 1.5, 2 out of 5 that I'm just having trouble with at the moment. I'm not too sure. I think they're okay. I feel more obliged to give them a 2 out of 5 in these ones, but yeah, it could be 1.5 again on another day. You know, just not really a good enough flavour there really. Yeah, I'm still not sure about these 1.5 and 2s where to draw the line with those really. I think it just depends. I think they're quite similar ratings, 1.5 and the 2. I feel a bit more obliged to give these ones a 2 because yeah, they smell really nice, they look great, but there's just no real flavour there, and there's really no sour flavour at all. So yeah, very disappointing these ones. Yeah. So yeah. Oop, got the wrong one there. Yeah, very yeah, disappointing those. But they do, as you said, Charles, they look nice, and as I say, they smell nice. But yeah, just disappointing, I think. Got to pull them all back now. Now I've got to took them all out. Yeah, shame that though. There is they did do a limited edition one. I think it was strawberry and something else I need to review as well at some point. I was going to do that as a main review because it was a limited edition one. So, but we'll see. Yeah, I feel like they might suffer from the same problem really, but you never know. You never know. Yeah. All right. There we go. In the way. So yeah, it's just a couple more. I think we'll do these last couple really. I've had these for quite some time, so we'll get them done. Yeah, these I think you can buy them in packs. I'm not sure if I got them in a pack. These Kinder Happy Hippo biscuits. I remember I think Sam Matson saying you really like these ones. You can see these little hippos in there. I think we've got the chocolate ones. I'll review these both roughly at the same time. So I think you can get them in a pack. I'm not sure if I did get these in a pack or not. I've had them to review for quite some time. Yeah, so it doesn't give you loads of information about them, I don't think. See, does it? Yeah, you can see here calorie information there. So there's like a dark chocolate one and a white one. I get milk chocolate and a white one. The per biscuit 20.7 grams, so quite a lot of calories, 122 calories. And the white chocolate one, 123 in the other one. Yeah, so quite high calories there. Let's have a look as well. Crispy wafer biscuit with a milk hazelnut filling. And the other one is crispy wafer biscuit with a milky and cocoa filling. Yes, there we go. Yes. Ah, you've seen these before, yes. Yeah, they do look quite good, don't they? Yeah, they do look quite funny. There you go, palm fat in there. And you got those per 100 grams there. 593 calories per 100 grams, so they're quite high in calories. 38.6 grams of fat, of which saturate's 17.6. And the other one, what does it say? Got palm fat in again. Yeah, 588 calories per 100 grams, 38.9 grams of fat, 16.8 of which are saturates. 588 calories, that one. That's 593, so very high in calories these. So normal chocolate products are 500 to 550. These are 580, 90 or whatever it is. So they're quite Yes, considering these are aimed at kids as well, you know, quite not healthy at all. These. I'll tell you what, we'll give them open up. Don't think I'll move down, and I'll just give them open up here, shall I? Let's see. They look quite good actually. Unfortunately, I think say one of them's slightly damaged on the front. Maybe I should. I was feeling like maybe I'd bite into these ones and share the middle that way. There we go. So, let's see here. Here what we're up against. So you can see the two hippos there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we will zoom down. We will zoom down. It'll be easier, I think, to show you. Let's zoom down a bit. There we go. I was thinking it might be easier to show you up there, but I think it's going to be easier here, like this. So there we are. You can see there. They look quite good, don't they? Unfortunately, I'd say the hippo on this one's had a bit of a bit of an accident there. I think he rammed into something. But you can see they look very much like hippos, don't they? They look pretty good, actually. I think they look pretty good. Yeah, let's just put the brightness down slightly. I think I'll wait till I bit into them to show you what the insides are like, I think. Let's move it down a bit. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, I think they look pretty good though, so don't you can see. They're very crumbly though. We can clearly see the difference from them there. It's like Jow said, yeah, they do look very funny. There you go. I think the design looks pretty good. You might have expected them not to have this hippo face on, but they actually distinctly look very hippo-like. They've done a good job there, I think, actually. Probably very similar to a Kinder Bueno, but yeah. I think I'm quite impressed. I'd say this one's a bit worse for wear. These look very good. They've got the crumbly bits underneath. Yeah. Let's give these a taste then, I think. And they're going to be, as I say, quite interesting ones, these ones. I think you get them in packs normally. I think you might be able to get them separately. I'm sure I might have had them in the pack. I think you can get them separately as well. And there we go, yeah. Okay. Put the brightness back up. Right, yeah. Okay, so let's give the this one a taste first. Let's give it a go. Go from the, yeah. We'll keep the face intact, so let's go from the back and see. You can see a lot of filling there in different segments. Yeah. It's a nice filling actually. It's very very indulgent. Yeah, very indulgent indeed. Not bad at all that. So it's very thick and creamy. It's actually very similar, I think, to the filling that's inside the sort of Kinder Bueno, not Kinder Bueno, the Ferrero eggs. That they have the cocoa eggs. It seems very similar to that because Kinder are owned by Ferrero. So yeah. So you can see as well. It's like a sort of in the bottom of it there. You can see it's like a sort of hazelnut cream or something there. What's it described as? Crisp wafer biscuit with a milky and cocoa filling. So you can see the milky filling there surrounding the chocolate. On the bottom bit there. Quite interesting there, yeah. So it's quite interesting. So it's not just all cocoa. There's an interesting filling. Lots of crunchy, wafery bits. Let's give this a taste. It's really creamy, that part. Yes. Wait, well, per 100 grams, they're about 122 each. But per 100 grams, about 600 calories almost. Yeah, so the crackers really, yeah. Not that bad, but they're very high in calories for what they are. I can't quite. I think the white ones are slightly less so. You might be able to see there. This is the white one. So per 100 grams, 588 calories. Just to note that there. That's per 100 grams, but it's 122 in each one, so they're massive in calories, these. And so they're aimed at kids as well when you think about it. So it's not a bit dodgy, really. You might not be able to see these ones now because it might just have ripped off a bit. 593 in the chocolate one. Yeah. Still high though, Joe. Still high, but yes, not quite that bad. Very interesting, that one. Yes, you can see, I said, the dark chocolate splodged on the top bit of it, and then there's the milk filling at the bottom. Very nice. Yeah, let's try the other one then. The white one. Let's see. Oh, wow. As you can see here, the milk chocolate bottom. There's not a nice wafer. It tastes like a sort of wafer from a ice cream, but you can see the difference there. Yeah, interesting. So, what's the description again for the crispy wafer biscuit with a milky and cocoa filling? And crispy wafer biscuit with a milky hazelnut filling. Yeah, so you can see the hazelnut there at the top. It's very much like a Kinder Bueno, but in a different way. Wow. They are very nice, these, very indulgent. As I think Sam Matson was saying how nice they were. A bit like a different take on a Kinder Bueno, really, but yeah, very nice. Wow. Very nice, really. These are a cut of, yeah, we've reviewed quite a few. Nothing special products today, actually, which is a bit disappointing. But these ones are very nice. Yeah, they're very lovely. Lovely textures, lovely taste, lovely creamy, indulgent fillings. And you can see this one, it's got like a bit into it actually, but it's got half milk and half hazelnut filling there. Lovely crunchy wafer, and those sort of surrounding biscuity pieces, or the crispy crunchy pieces on it at the bottom. You know, in this one you can sort of see the indulgent cocoa filling, and in the distance the milky filling at the back. Really nice, these ones. So the other one, surprisingly, you'd think the chocolate one would have a bit of a chocolate hazelnut taste, but it doesn't. It's the other one that does, and they remind me a lot, as I say, of the recent sort of Ferrero products that are they're sort of Easter egg products essentially, and they're very similar to those in a certain way. But I think more so the cocoa one, the hazelnut one in this one tastes nothing like a Ferrero Rocher, which the hazelnut cream one for the mini eggs that they've just reviewed this week actually did. This is very nice, this. Yeah, I really like these. And they look great as well. I think these are really good products, these ones. Yeah. These are very high quality. They look really good as well. They're very unhealthy, though, really. You know, they're aimed at kids, clearly, but they're very unhealthy. But they, yeah, lovely textures and taste, actually. The cocoa one's got a lovely, strong... They're a bit wasted on kids, I would say, these ones, actually. I think adults should definitely be tasting these. These are very intensely lovely flavours. You know, I think kids would love them, of course, but I think adults would definitely like these. They're really a strong product. It shouldn't be just for kids at all. These are really nice. As I say, the cocoa one is very indulgent, very nice indeed. I say they look great as well. I love the design on them, hippo design. Shame you'd have to eat it really, but it really does look like a hippo. I like the expressions and things. The wafer is just wafer, but there's so much other filling with it. It's really, it doesn't matter. It just gives it a nice other taste. Looks like a well done product, which unfortunately we have a few products from Ferrero down here. Do you like the brand? Yeah, Italian brand, I think, Ferrero. I thought they were German, I think, but they're Italian, and they're a very nice brand actually. They do some really nice things and very distinct things as well. This one is very good. I think the chocolate one, I'm not sure. It's not quite as good as the other one, I don't think. The other one is a bit nicer, you know, even though the chocolate one's quite indulgent. Struggling not to rate these very highly because they've just got such lovely, distinct flavours in them, to be honest with you. I think the chocolate one for me, yeah, I don't know, yeah. I've got to eat the whole thing now. I mean, the chocolate one's perhaps not quite as... maybe the cocoa just doesn't quite work as well with that milky filling, basically, and I think it dilutes the intense cocoa-iness of it. Whereas the hazelnut one, which is the whiter one, I think that one just works a lot better with it, really. It doesn't dilute the flavour, but it accompanies it very well. It's still very nice. I think the cocoa one's a 4 out of 5, I think. Just as I say, because the cocoa has lost a bit of that milky filling, and unfortunately, you lose that rich intensity of it, which you would otherwise have got. I think lovely crunchy, though. Lovely textures with it, though. I say that crunchy wafer and those crumbly bits on the outside. Really nice. I'd say very similar to a Kinder Bueno, really. But I'll say I just feel like the cocoa doesn't quite work with the creamy filling. It dilutes it, which is a shame. It's still nice, though. Still very nice. But it would be better if it was just the cocoa without the milky bit. Whereas the other one, though, the hazelnut one, the lighter coloured one, that really works well with it. It accompanies it really well. I'll say all the other qualities are there. The crunch, it's basically the same other than the hazelnut filling, as opposed to the cocoa one. But this one tastes a lot better. It tastes a lot better than the hazelnut eggs as well that they just released, because they just taste quite similar to a Ferrero Rocher, whereas this one tastes more like a Bueno. Let's see, but has that sort of milky filling. Yeah, definitely a 4.5 or 5. What do I say? Don't know. I feel like it's nearly a 5. It looks great as well. It's a lovely kids product. Close to being a 5. I just feel more inclined for a 4.5, but it could be a 5. It's really nice. It looks great, as I say. Lovely product, that one. Really nice, actually. Yeah, we definitely saved the best till last this time. Yeah, lovely. Lovely product, actually. Yeah, really nice, that one. And I think definitely should be. Well, I'll say I was going to say the hazelnut eggs. Not quite the same thing, unfortunately. The Kinder Bueno is probably the closest you can get to these, I think, in the regular products. But these might be slightly the same but different. I don't know if they're nicer or not, but they're definitely very close. The cocoa ones, I say, unfortunately, if they just didn't have the cream filling and just had all cocoa, I think they'd be amazing, just as good as these ones, maybe even better. That cocoa is just diluted a bit. With that milk inclusion, but it's still very nice, still lovely. And I think they look great as well. Those hippo, they look just like hippos. I think kids would love that, but they are quite high in calories. And I think definitely adults should definitely have these because they're really indulgent and nice. Yeah, 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5, almost 5 that one. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much brought us to the end of this. We've done quite a few reviews. Yes, brought us to the end. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 reviews. I think. Did we do 8? 3 biscuits. The thingy bobs, the drumsticks. So 3 biscuits, the drumsticks, the 2 hippos, the Lindt, and the Crave Stacks or snacks. Yeah, so it's 8 products really. So not bad, that one. Pretty intense. Pretty good. Pretty good mystery review there. Did quite a few good ones. Let's say unusual ones. That's what's good about the mystery reviews. You can do ones a bit different and perhaps don't stand out too much on their own, but they are actually nice products. But some of these were a bit. The biscuits were okay. They were quite typical in the end, but still nice. But those hippo ones, yeah, lovely. Really enjoyed those. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I think Sam Matson, as I said, I don't know if he'll be watching this, but if he is, he did recommend them quite some time ago, and he was definitely right. Yes, there we go. Yeah, well, there we go, Joe. Yes, and Andrew's wife is still there, and Hans, of course. Yes, and Alan, I know you appeared at the start. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support, as I say, massively appreciated. Try and get some reviews for tomorrow done as well. Yeah, been an interesting one, but it's been very nice to see you all. Hope you have a great Saturday and a great weekend. Hopefully see you on Stash Watch as well. I'll try and do the February updates soon as well, so that's on the cards. I think I'll try and do that this week, and hopefully I'll catch up as well with look back and things like this. Oh, thanks so much, Joe. It's really great to see you again. I'm glad you're having a great day, and hope everything's okay in Brazil. It's gone dark here, unfortunately, now, but not too long now before it will still be light at this time, so looking forward to that. Thanks again for your support, Joe. It's always great to chat to you. Really glad that you can make it, and have a great evening as well, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for that, guys. See you soon. Bye.